Joining us to discuss Biden whistleblower Bud Cummins. Bud, you flagged, to let people know, you flagged Biden's bribery allegations back in 2018. Give us what you think happened. Describe it for people so they can understand it, and why you think it took so long to gain attention.
Well, the simple story is I was approached when I was working in Washington, D.C. By some intermediaries, and they basically said this: the prosecutor general of Ukraine has documentary and witness statements, documentary evidence and witness statements that demonstrate corruption on the part of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. And they asked me to try to arrange a discreet and quiet meeting between the prosecutor general of Ukraine and the attorney general of the United States, or a high-level law enforcement representative in the United States. And I tried to do that. I laid out the allegations as I understood them and described the type of evidence that I believe they were offering to bring over and share with DOJ. And DOJ said they'd get back to me, and they never did. They stonewalled it.
Yeah, and Bud, also, not only did they not get back to you, but then several years later, you learned that not only were those claims not investigated, but that you had been investigated.
That's right. I learned just a few months ago that a year after this interchange, where I tried to offer this meeting with General Lutsenko to the DOJ, the Southern District of New York actually issued a subpoena to Apple to get my data from Apple. I think they similarly subpoenaed information of Rudy Giuliani and Victoria Tensing, other lawyers who later, after my attempts, got involved in trying to ferret out the information, related to Ukraine. So they decided to investigate us, but they didn't investigate the evidence of corruption at a high level of our government, which is pretty concerning.
Did that surprise you that nobody followed up? I mean, the time period we're talking about is during the Trump administration, correct? So you might think the DOJ might be a little more amenable to pursuing investigations into someone such as the Bidens if you gave them a heads up.
Well, the U.S. attorney that I worked through was a Trump appointee, but his office is still the same office of career people at DOJ. FBI was the same FBI. And I think this is just further evidence that these agencies have been politically weaponized in ways we didn't imagine was possible in this country.
Bud Cummins, we're just about out of time, but before we let you go, how has your life changed since your name has become popular and you have become known as the whistleblower against the current president?
Well, I've had kind of an up and down career, and I've been in the middle of a few firestorms before. And actually, this was reported a couple of years ago, but mainstream media completely ignored it. It's a little more relevant now, and I think it's been picked up again. But my life's pretty humdrum. It hasn't changed that much. My concern for our country has changed a lot. I'm very concerned about this dual system of justice and this weaponization of law enforcement in the United States.
Do you think Joe Biden received money? And if so, was it while he was vice president, do you think?
I don't know if Joe Biden received money, but I know his son received a lot of money, and nobody's ever explained to me, and I think it's incumbent on them to do it today. Why would anybody legitimately pay Hunter Biden that money? What legitimate services did Hunter Biden have to offer a pro-Russian oil and gas company in Ukraine? Or these Chinese companies? Somebody needs to ask those questions.
All right, Bud Cummins, really appreciate your being with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.